Hi friends from Indio TV. I'm Tara McPherson. I'm an artist out of New York City, and I'm here in Mexico City. I took a little break from doing art. I'd been going to art schools from junior high and high school, so I needed a break. And I got really interested in science. I think it was kind of a counter, like backlash from doing art for so long. And it was really fun, but then, my true calling kind of came out after doing astrophysics for a year. I realized, my real passion lies in creating characters and wanting to be a painter. So then I went back to art. That was the way that I can, I found to incorporate all that I learned and studied in the astrophysics department is that I can still, combine that with my artwork. And I feel like none of my characters or anything really takes place for me like on this planet, in this kind of, this universe. I have a book that I write down my ideas and stuff and my dreams. But, as always, like most of us forget them. So I try to write them down in the mornings. I feel there's a huge movement going on. I mean, maybe it's more localized to the US. Yeah, if you don't feel it here in Mexico, I don't know, but the US is really, well, it's called pop surrealism. And there's this really strong force, I think, going on where, it's just something in the air, this movement happening between all the artists. And it's a West Coast thing, I think, with like artists in California, but also in New York and kind of all over. It's this very surreal, character-based style that's happening, and I think all of us kind of fit in that genre. I mean, it's hard to like pinpoint it while it's actively happening, but I think that's actively happening right now. We all have this kind of similar theme going on where we're exploring similar ideas and trying to figure out what's going on in our lives and coming to a similar solution. Well, stylistically, when I was in school, I was all over the place. I had no style. I was experimenting and doing many different things, and at the time I felt like it was holding me back because I looked at other students that I was in school with, and they had just nailed, they're like, this is what I do, I have this style. But in the long run, I feel like that held them back because I didn't force a style and I didn't just try and do one thing. I was just all over the place. When it finally came together for me, like right before I graduated, it was, I feel, very natural. Like I didn't have to think about it. It was just there. And whatever I drew just had that cohesiveness and had that similarity. So it's like I don't even think about it. I don't even try anymore. I do what comes naturally. But concept-wise and content-wise, like I was talking about my last show, now I just kind of figured out the theme of what I'm gonna do and the title of the show. And it's gonna be exploring myths and legends from all the countries that I visited this year and doing like bigger scenes and more elaborate things. And that, that is the way that I want to push myself, like bigger and better, and try to really make a great impression and really push myself. With my work, I'm very process-oriented. So I'm very free when I'm doing my rough drawings, and I like to do a lot of writing where it's just like free form, whatever. I just brainstorm and I write down words and then I look at it all together, afterwards and just see, what becomes of it. And then I start doing my roughs, and I feel like when I do the little drawings, I'm very free with them. But then it's about, fine-tuning the drawing, and then, so it's like I'm not one of the painters that just throws things up there and figures it out. Like I'm very processed. Like I know exactly what is going to be in the painting when I start it. '95% of the time, 95% of my posters are bands that I like and enjoy. Sometimes I've done some for bands that I know it's a big band. Like I did one for Throwing Muses a long time ago because I was like, oh, that'll be a good poster to do, but I don't really know their music and I don't know if I really like them. Most of the time though, it's bands that I like. I've been asked to do a poster for Counting Crows or something a long time ago, or some weird, and I was like, oh, no. It's just not me, you know? So I will turn down a job if it's a band I don't like. My advice for, anyone who wants to be in any aspect of the art world is, I think it's a combination of three things. It's the talent, and then hard work, you gotta bust your ass, and then it's luck. Sometimes just being at the right place at the right time. If you wanna be a painter, go to the gallery shows, meet the artists, meet the art directors, create this community, and then things will follow. My website is taramcpherson.com, and you can find tons of art on there, my paintings, posters, and toys that I've done. And yeah, thank you.